I am going to be bringing a lovely couple on the air that's going to talk to you about using our smart money system. And I'm telling you, you're going to be really excited about the information that they're going to share with you, especially if you're considering using our system or you've been told about it in the past and you kind of wondered, does this really work? Is this true, too good to be true, or is this just a scam? So I want to bring on some folks that are using the system and are doing really well with that. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my guest today, and that is Bobby and Kim Dale. How are y'all doing today?
We're good. How are you, Charles?
Excellent. I can't complain at all. Listen, you guys know we're going to be talking today about using the smart money system, but before we talk to the audience about that, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself so they can get a little bit more familiar with y'all?
Okay, well, my name's Kimberly. I am an occupational therapist. I've been doing that since 2010. Currently, I work with patients who have spinal cord injuries. Um, and I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Bobby here is a Navy veteran, and he's currently working as an electrical engineer. He's been doing that since about 2012 or so, and he is a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. We've been married for 11 years, and we have two children, Bobby the third and Gabriella. They're both elementary school age. And then we have a fur baby, Scooby, who is 1 year old and into everything.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great introduction. And it sounds like you all are the typical average family. Got kids, got a pet, working. Both of you all are working, and nothing extraordinary that I can gather from what your introduction was. But one thing that probably separates you from a lot of people out there is that you guys are using the smart money system. All right. So I want you all to kind of tell the viewers out there what made you decide to take a look at and then eventually start using this program or this.
Well, so for me, we had sat down and we talked several times about strategies and plans to eliminate the debt that we have so that we can start doing all of the home renovations and everything else Kim wants to spend money on. Everything that we did together, we were coming up with about 15 to 18 years to be debt free, and that's not including the house. So we were 15 to 18 years just to take care of all of every debt except the house. So when we got introduced to the smart money system and, we had our analysis run, it said that we could be debt free, including the house, in 11 years. So everything that we were doing was coming up with 15 to 18 years, not including the house. And when we had our analysis run, we were told that we could be debt free in 11 years, including the house. For me as an engineer, I can't ignore the numbers, which perked up my attention, and 11 years sounded a lot better than 15 to 18 years. So for us, it was kind of a no-brainer once you see the numbers. And that was we made the decision to move forward, obviously, and one of the best financial decisions that we have made.
For me, I would say it was a friend mentioned it on a Facebook post, and that is what caught my attention. And so when I spoke to Bobby about it, he said that friend had also mentioned it to him. And so we were like, okay, if this friend can pay off everything, multiple mortgages, including rental properties, in 4 years, what would this do for us? It was at least worth taking the time to run the free analysis because there's nothing to lose. There's only something to gain by gaining useful information. Whether we chose to purchase or not, we would know if this was going to be beneficial or not. And when we ran it and we saw how much faster it could get us to our goals, then like Bobby said, it was a no-brainer that it was something we definitely wanted to try.
Okay, so a friend came to you and basically showed you what they were doing, and it caught y'all's eye. Like I said, typical family. You all have a mortgage. You had some other debts, and you wanted to obviously get rid of those debts much faster than the current track you're on by trying to do this on your own. And so that all kind of, with the friend bringing this information to you, kind of caught your attention, and you guys say, well, worst case scenario, let's just take a look and see what it may be able to do for us. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you mentioned something else really, really important, I think, Kim, is that, this analysis that we do, which basically takes a look at your numbers to see if the program and the system that we have will even work for you. It's sort of like a pre-qualification, if you will, because if it doesn't work for you, then obviously you can't use it, right? And so running the numbers is the first step to see whether or not the system will work for you. And obviously in your case, it was a no-brainer. And when you saw what the numbers were, that you definitely needed to move forward.
Correct.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to ask, and we'll kind of just wrap this up, is based on everything that it's done for you so far, would you recommend it to other folks?
For sure. Since we started using the smart money system, we paid my car off early. We've paid off several credit cards, pretty much every credit card except the one that we use on a daily basis. We were able to get a water softener system on the house and pay that off in full. Bobby was able to get his dream motorcycle, and it's definitely put us on a faster path to accomplishing the goals we've set. So I would definitely recommend it. And it's just been a really nice way of having some scientific data behind the decisions we're making. Because like Bobby said, I want to do lots of renovations to our home, not necessarily because we need them, but because I want them. Most of it is cosmetic, with the exception of finishing our basement. That would give us more livable space. But before, it's like we're just out here making decisions based on what we think makes sense or what we're hoping will work out. But now when we're looking at a larger purchase, our first thing is like, okay, let's put it in the system. Let's see what the system says. And so depending on how the numbers look in the system, that'll help us decide on whether or not it's something we should move forward with, or if it's something we should wait on.
I like that. So, Kim, what you're saying is the system takes all the guesswork out of the financial decisions that you need to make. And I'm guessing because you have that data there and the numbers don't lie, that keeps you and Bobby from arguing about finances in your household and causing those unnecessary drama, if you will, over your finances. Does that sound right?
Exactly. The motorcycle is a prime example. Like I said, Bobby's been wanting that motorcycle for a while. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, we need to do our basement. We need to do a kitchen. We need to do all this stuff, before we think about a motorcycle, especially because he already owned one motorcycle. And I'm like, you don't need a second motorcycle. I'm like, nope. And so finally he found the motorcycle that he really wanted. And once we put it in the system, it was only going to add 11 months to our total debt-free day. And so for me, it was not that big of a deal to add 11 months. for him to get something that he really, really wanted. Because Bobby is a hard worker. He provides for our family. He does everything that I would want him to do. And so, knowing how much he really wanted that motorcycle and what a good deal it was, 11 months wasn't that big of a deal. So, it definitely has been super helpful in making those types of decisions.
For me, I like it more so because of the simplicity of all of your finances now. It puts all of your finances, all of your expenses, all of your incoming and outgoing money in one place. All you have to do is tell it, and it keeps track of everything for you. And more specifically, when I'm talking about some of those yearly bills, i.e., the car registration, your AAA memberships, something that you pay on an annual basis that we often forget about until it's time to pay them, that automatically comes up in the system that, yeah, we got to pay this money now, even if we forget about it. So it makes everything very simple. You don't have to remember everything. And most importantly, because it is so easily accessible, you can take care of it anytime, anywhere. But the simplicity of having everything all in one place, there's no reason for you to forget to pay a bill. There's no reason to pay a bill late. If you stand up to date, this system makes it extremely easy for you. All you have to do is log in and execute.
Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. I mean, I think just from the short talk that we've had, there's a lot of nuggets that you all dropped about what this system can do for the average person or the average couple that's trying to eliminate their debt, wants to live debt free, but also wants a cash flow management system that helps them achieve their financial goals. Because it sounds to me like just because you guys have used the system, things that may have been out of reach before are actually within the scope of your finances, and you couldn't really see that until you started using the system. And so it sounds to me like we have another good news story with you all using the system. If you don't mind me asking, because Kim, I think you mentioned it earlier, was that adding the motorcycle added 11 months. So when you use this system, because it is a dynamic system, and I think our audience needs to understand that, the numbers will fluctuate based on whether you're bringing in extra income or you're bringing in extra debt. But a lot of times as individuals who are managing our finances, we don't really understand the impact unless we have something in front of us. So we don't understand the impact of our financial decisions. But sometimes we pass up things that we could get that would bring us happiness or bring us joy because we don't understand that we can get them because our financial situation is not tracked in any kind of shape, form, or fashion. So Bobby was able to get one of his dream items that he may have thought was out of reach, or in your case, your spouse may have thought it was out of reach for you, but you had a system that you could show, hey, no, we can do this. Mm-hmm. That sound fair?
Yes, and not only that, it's been really helpful because Bobby and I, we like to have fun. We like to cruise. We like to vacation. We like to do things. And so it allows, we still can do all those things that we want to do, that we enjoy doing, while paying this debt off and saving up some money. So that's been fantastic. But it allows us to see what the decisions of all that cruising does to our finances, so we can see, okay, this cruise is going to add 3 months, or this cruise is going to, set us back, this length of time, or, what have you. just like you said, you get a bonus from work or some unexpected cash, and it's like, oh, well, this will, take these many months off and we're going to get there a little bit faster. So I love how dynamic it is, and how, like Bobby said, you can literally, log in anytime, anywhere, pretty much, and just kind of see a snapshot of what's happening in that given time.
Then also one of the things that Kim failed to mention was that we use a credit card on a monthly basis for all of our known expenses that we know we're going to spend money on. There's actually features to where we can pay that credit card off every month without incurring any interest, but we still earn all of the bonus points that, the reward points that the credit card offers. So since we switched over to doing that, we've earned very close to 100,000 points. That's going to give us cash back if we choose to help us pay for some of those cruises. Or more importantly, it actually decreased our payoff date by using a credit card versus the money directly out of our account, which was a shock to me. But as I understood it more, what was happening, it made sense. So using the system itself, it really opened your eyes about how to manage your monthly budget, but also you're very conscious about what you're spending money on. So you still get to spend money however you want to, but you make more conscious decisions not to affect the end goal of pushing out the debt-free date.
I love it, Bobby. I love it. I like how you just broke that down. And, I think the viewers out there will appreciate the information that y'all have shared today. And I like the fact that we're kind of ending on this note right here, that you are using a system that is making you more aware of your financial surroundings. So if it's someone out there who's looking to retire or who has a certain financial goal in mind, to own their house, to be debt free, to have money put aside for their kids' college education or their grandkids' college education, or like Kim mentioned earlier, to be able to travel more or spend more time with your family doing some of these things that you probably didn't think that you could do, then this system is a must have for you out there, because you will be able to take the unfair advantage over your bank. Bobby mentioned something I think is a extremely good gold nugget, which is the use of banking tools like your credit cards and stuff to be able to borrow money from the bank and be able to pay it back and not have to pay the bank any interest. But oh, by the way, you take their rewards points or you take their cash back, and now you've got an additional way to do things in your realm of your finances that you didn't think you could do before. I know for a fact there's many users out there like the Dales who take their rewards points and they use them to take vacations, to get upgrades in their hotel rooms, to be able to buy things like, some of the things you can get from your rewards cards, like gift cards, or you can even shop with them, those points, or you can upgrade your hotel room or first class ticket on an airplane. So all kinds of things you can do with those points that, oh, by the way, is money that you were going to use anyway to buy food, right? To put gas in the car, buy clothes. You're going to spend that money anyway. So why not take advantage of the bank using their own tools? So Bobby and Kim, it has been a pleasure talking to you all today. Thank you for sharing the information that you shared about the Smart Money system. And I wish you guys the best of luck as you continue on your journey to financial freedom. Thanks for being with us today. And we'll hopefully have you back on with another update soon.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate you for having us.
No problem. So, folks, that was the Dales, and as you could see, they have the smart money system, and it is doing wonders for them. Just an average family, with kids and a dog, and yet and still they're able to fight the debt that they have and start to slowly eliminate things that they never thought they were going to be able to get rid of, and do it faster than they ever thought possible just using their current income. This system is a must have for you all out there who want to be debt free faster than you ever thought possible. Using this state of the art cutting edge technology, you can do it. All you have to do is get back with someone on our team that is sharing this information with you and say, what do I need to do to find out what my numbers are and how I could qualify for using this system? Because when you have this system in your possession, you will become your own bank. You will be able to manage your money and eliminate debts that you thought were going to be with you forever, right? So that's it for our show today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and tune in for our next broadcast when we have another user of the program on our broadcast to tell you what's going on with their system and what it's doing for them. Take care, and y'all have a fantastic rest of the day.